boy, skinny penis. What up, boys?
Is it recording?
Yes.
Welcome to our new podcast, Cool Story Bro. And today it's the first episode, and we're already eating. Anyways, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Danish, and we have Ken.
Yo.
Adam just died.
Oh wait, you wanted me to say something?
I said your name.
Oh yeah, my name is Adam.
And
Bruh, okay.
and Ryan.
Yo.
Okay, Ryan.
Right,
So-
you did just copy my intro.
Wait, what? How?
I said yo. Wait, did I?
I don't know.
I
Okay.
can't
Doesn't
remember.
matter
I honestly can't
anyways.
remember.
So, first thing I'd like to start off our very first podcast, in the very first episode, with the very first episode,
God, you
one of
suck
the
for
most
no
hyped
reason.
anime for like the past year, Attack on Titan Season 4.
Mm.
I like to know what you guys think.
It's shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, let me start first. I think Attack on Titan is really dope.
Insightful commentary.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it. It's pretty
Wow.
dope. No explanation.
I mean, it's quite
That's the
awesome
entire channel.
too. Not gonna lie, it's quite awesome.
No, I honestly don't get why it's getting so much hate.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
maybe
Yes.
it's probably
Wait,
because
yeah.
of it's probably because of the fan base. Partly
So,
because
like-
of the fan base and partly because of the
Wait,
studio
I'm
thing.
Okay, so
No,
to
the thing is, right,
So to update
it-
those who do not know, Attack on Titan Season 4 has been getting a lot of hate. For one, the OP, which is like, okay, fine, whatever. Music isn't for everyone. A lot of people are complaining about what's it called? The animation, yes.
Mm.
The animation, people say the CGI sucks and that they prefer the hand-drawn animation. But then like, it's like what? Like, do you want Mappa, the overworked animators, to
No,
work
wait.
even harder? Like, Mappa in and of itself is so overworked.
Mappa is currently working on Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, and
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
So
No, I honestly
Overworked.
don't understand why they're getting cancelled over PT shit. Like, honestly, like, OP, it's not for everyone, fine, I get that, but like,
So
do you
good
really
though.
need to hate somebody, like the entire series just because of the OP or like the animation stuff?
But Danish, they're not delivering to the consumers, and as you know the saying, consumer is always right. Wait, no, sorry, customer is always right. You should
Okay,
get it.
Okay,
It's
bro.
kind of bullshit though, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, if this was to be on the script, right, what I said was to be in italics, because it's supposed to be sarcastic,
Yeah.
alright?
no, you put
Nice.
a slash S.
I forgot. Slash S.
S
Haha.
IRL.
Guys, Reddit moment. Lamal.
Twitter moment.
Reddit moment.
Okay.
Anyways,
But like, I don't know, people say the animation is like not smooth. I was like, what? How does it in the least bit look choppy?
bro, I was so
How?
in awe when I saw the first
Dude,
episode.
on-
Like,
Yeah.
how?
It's like,
Yeah,
come on.
the like I don't know. It feels the movements look so much like better. Honestly, for the Armored Titan especially.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the Armored Titan was drawn so well.
It's like,
I
honestly,
mean, not
the
drawn.
only
Sorry,
issue
I
I
meant
really...
animated.
The only real issue that I understand is the fact is the Beast Titan. It just looks kind of weird. Like, not
I
gonna
think
lie.
it still looks like okay.
Yeah, it's
Like,
okay.
If
but,
no,
like,
if
it
you're not
looks
like
wide.
if you're not trying
It's
to
wide.
you're not-
Wait.
if-
For the CGI, are they complaining that one scene where like the Armored Titan was rushing into the train spoiler?
They're just complaining about the CGI in general.
But like in I only saw like what I remember from the first episode. Like the CGI was only like really seen right in like the Armored Titan's movements. That's it. Like the rest is like I feel
Yeah,
like
it's like you
normal
barely
animation.
notice it in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I only realized it
And
was
like
CGI when the
I
Beast
can
Titan
understand why they had to put like CGI there because like the resources, bro. You don't want to spend like a shit
Let's
ton of
be
resources
honest, though.
just to like draw.
Let's be honest. Mappa CGI, as much as you want to complain,
Yeah.
is so much better than Wits.
showed up. Yeah.
Wits CGI for the Colossal Titan was atrocious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It was. But okay, but that's not really a fair point, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just that one Titan,
Yeah.
but I guess you can put that as a benchmark for what Wit would have done.
Yeah, like
if
what
they
Wit
did
would have
CGI.
done is just
Yeah.
like not that good.
Hey, but the draw Titan's movements look hella smooth. Like monkey mode, just
Monkey.
jumping around.
Monkey.
Monkey mode, frog mode. So anyway,
Alright,
aside
let's
from
talk
that-
about the OP.
yeah, let's talk about the OP.
I actually really
So-
like it. Like
Yeah.
everything fits well with for me.
Yeah, it's like for the viewers, we've had this conversation about the OP quite a few times, and
Yeah.
we still very much disagree about it, and like
I mean,
specifically,
okay.
specifically us against Danish, specifically. but,
I
like,
don't know. I don't know what Adam says. Maybe Adam is
Yeah.
neutral.
Okay, Adam, what
But-
do you feel about the OP?
Hate the OP.
You hate the
You
OP.
hate the OP.
I skip the OP, not because I don't like the
Okay,
OP,
means
but
he's
'cause
neutral. Okay, means
Didn't
because
we
I
watch
always
it?
skip the OP.
Didn't we watch
but-
it together?
I was playing Minecraft
Oh.
while we were watching it.
Them.
okay.
Anyway.
Sorry.
It's like, okay, Danish, what are your complaints? I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay,
just-
so okay, like for
why
me,
do you think
like,
so?
As a person who likes music, right? I didn't really feel it, you know, like the impact, like compared to like the season is it season 1 the second OP, I think it was, like where they started off with an anthem and then they continued with like a really heavy rock song. That was such a good song, and like the like was it the animation for the intro like really backed it up, and I felt so pumped up to watch it, you know. But like this one, I get the setting, you know. There's nothing wrong if, you know, you like it or you don't like it. But like, just in my like personal opinion, right, is what is it? There were just to me, like, it just felt bland. That's all. You know, maybe I'm not really like well versed in what is it, war history, because I don't take history. But yeah,
Imagine.
so bruh. So yeah, so I didn't really feel like the oomph, you know, like compared to like the other OPs. But
Well-
but there, you know, there were some like really good like shots, like when like the Aaron's Attack Titan, that shot was really good. That was well done.
Yeah,
and
boy, that's my screensaver.
the imagery of like the birds and the titans was like really good. I'd say it's just that I wished it had like a bit more vibrancy.
I
but
don't.
but
okay,
I get the point why they didn't want to have vibrancy. I just,
yeah,
you know, I just wanted more vibrancy because
in my-
like it was such a like a shift from the previous OPs. That's all.
Yeah, but that's why it's good. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't really care much for hype. Like, if it's hype, I'll take it. But as long as it's good, well made, you know, like the
Yeah,
song,
yeah, it's
the,
like-
the tone fits, and like the
I
image
just
like-
is
just
cool.
feel the shift just like became
Like,
way
not gonna
different.
lie.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so how do I explain? I like to compare the what do you call it? The Attack on Titan season 4 opening to the Devilman Crybaby opening, where like both are not hype, but both like they kind of just set the tone with like really
Yeah,
cool
correct.
imagery. Yeah, that's why I like both a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's
And that's one reason why people like Ryan prefer the season 4 beat song, OP theme, right, over season 1 and season 2 and season 3, right, correct?
no, okay, no. I love season 2's OP like to death. Honestly, Shinzo Sasage is
Mm.
the best linked horizon like release for Attack on Titan, and as much as it's overrated and overplayed, I don't care. I love it so much.
Okay, maybe a better way for it to be phrased was that someone like Ryan would better enjoy season 4 opening since he has read the manga and therefore he knows that OP is a good way and accurate way to depict the tone that's gonna be set
Yeah,
forth
yeah,
in
it's
the anime.
It's just like, okay, yeah, but like that's sort of an unfair perspective because most anime watchers haven't read the manga. You know what I mean? That's why they're watching.
But
the
there
anime.
is like a reason why some people enjoy the opening.
Yeah, lah, but like, I'd say it's like the what do you, the faults that you brought up, Danish, is like the fact that it looks very gloomy and like unappealing.
Yeah, I get
think
no,
it's
I get
That
the
is
point.
the
Yeah.
point.
No, I think like I was thinking about it and I realized Mappa just does not want to spoil anything. They literally do not want to spoil anything. It's like that's why half the time you don't see anything. It's like it's mostly just explodey. It's like they do not want to reveal so much in their first OP. You know what I mean?
That's a
It's
good
like-
thing, honestly.
It's like
Yeah.
they really aim to surprise you this time lah. That's how I feel. It's like because it's just a whole new thing for Attack on Titan watchers. It's like you never expected you go from I just want to eliminate all Titans and that we are the last humans alive to the fact that we are not the last humans alive and Titans were never really the biggest issue we've ever had.
You know what's my hate canon right now?
What?
So basically, I'm thinking, right, Mappa, right, just wants like everybody, right, to like shit on like hate AOT season 4 because like they think like the first episode is shit, right? Like you know, like all the haters they don't like it, right?
Oh.
No, like
People
So-
complaining about it.
yeah, when
are
people complain
complaining
about it, right? And then it becomes, instead of being like overhyped like Demon Slayer, right? It goes like the opposite direction, and where like you know that's just my head canon right now, but you know it is just me thinking.
No, the thing is, it's not disappointing at all, lah, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It's very
Mhm.
much not disappointing. I think
Like if you watch
Okay.
the episode, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. It was a really good starter.
yeah, it's like as much as it was confusing to suddenly jump into the middle of a war.
Yeah.
It's like I
The
still felt
anime
it,
watcher who
it
doesn't read the
delivered,
manga,
lah.
yeah.
Yeah, it really delivered like on what was like being built up over the past few
Yeah.
months. It's like
Like they built up the environment of that like of what's happening, right?
yeah,
Really well. Like it, like you can
Yeah, yeah.
see from the environment that since the people who like who went out of the wall, they went and explored the island. So
Yeah.
yeah,
they moved the entire city to the shore. You could see like buildings on the shore. Means do you understand the development of what's happening? You know that there's a time skip now
yeah.
because the walls are being used as a battlefield, and they set
No,
up like a new homes around the shore.
That's
That's the
What?
head canon
No,
for
no,
me.
that-
Like
that's-
as
No.
the thing is, it's not.
Not
never
spoil.
mind. Okay,
I guess to manga readers is probably wrong.
No,
but
you can
as an
you can
anime
interpret from the episode
Yeah.
itself that they're
yeah. The episode literally stated, "I'm fighting the
the
Mid-East allies."
East allies, and then
They literally stated that that's who I'm fighting, and those are the people I'm destroying at the port.
Yeah.
That's like
I mean, the whole point of the first episode was to state like that.
there's
what's
a
it
lot
called?
more
The
going
yeah.
outside the walls.
That
Outside the
Reina and Boto and the rest, right, came from a political faction, right?
Yeah,
They're trying to take over other territories. It's not
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
they're basically
I think they're just
Germany
a
now.
yeah, more or less.
like I don't know, man. It's like how do I say this? Okay, a good example to why I feel like Attack on Titan season, like okay, no, just Attack on Titan in general, was able to pull off that tonal shift so well. It's because they gave you like bits and pieces of it.
There's a lot of foreshadowing.
There is so much foreshadowing to the fact that there is more outside the walls. You know, it's like the Titan shifters and how they suddenly appeared. And it's like, it's like it gets you questioning like how did that happen? And it's like,
and then you start rewatching the old episodes. And like,
my throat hurts.
Oh, you know,
it's like
like you understand like you.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
like a
my
recap for
friend-
like yourself. You know.
My friend put it in a very good analogy. Sorry, he said, it's like rewatching Attack on Titan is when you first watch it, it's like trying to read a book, but like the book is in your face, and then rewatching it, the book like you
yeah,
can
yeah.
actually see the whole thing. Like you
I mean,
read it
that's the
normally.
whole benefit of hindsight, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what my
Mm.
friend.
That's the whole
what my
benefit
friend
of
told me.
hindsight. It's like a story should get better with hindsight. Like the fact that you know what happened and why it happened, and like the foreshadowing leading up to that moment. That's what makes stories good. But then this comes to my complaint about Chainsaw Man. Holy shit, I hate that. I hate it. Okay, maybe hate is a strong word.
You don't like
I do
Chainsaw
not
Man?
like that show. I do not like that. Okay, not that show.
Maybe
That manga. I do not
that
like
manga. Legit.
it. It's like
Right.
you know how
Legit.
it went from like yeah. It's like it went from that fun story of Denji just like going around the devils, like hunting the gun devil. It was pushed so much. It's like we're hunting the gun devil. But then they just pulled it out of your rug. It's like haha. Spoiler alert. Makima is actually the mastermind of all this. It's like,
Honestly,
She's not the gun devil.
yeah, but like honestly, if you have more than 2 functioning brain cells, you can tell that Makima
Yeah.
is really bad from the
She
start.
was very
that's
shifty
true,
from the
it's
very
so
start.
obvious.
That's
She was
true,
blatantly
that's true.
manipulating him.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
so obvious.
like even when I didn't reach the part when they were like, haha.
Yeah.
I'm really like,
Really,
yeah,
yeah.
no, this is gonna happen. There's no way. There's no
They
way
reached, like-
she's actually that nice to him.
I think around like Ken, if I'm not wrong, around chapter 40 something, you already knew something was up, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I forgot. Yeah.
yeah, but
And okay, spoiler alert. Probably we should have said that before, but like we can just. But when Makima died in the train,
Yeah.
it
Makima
was very. Yeah.
that time.
But when it was very obvious that something was up. And she was not who she seemed, right?
Yeah. No, as in like
How
no,
could she have
is,
survived?
that is like within the realm of like quote unquote possibilities. Like maybe she signed a contract with the devil, you know what I mean? Like that is still fine. But like I guess.
I mean,
Hmm.
no, like it's just like how do you not realize there's something sketchy going
Ah.
on with Makima at the start and then complain when it happens?
Like okay, like have you seen the review of her actual devil contract? No, it's not really devil contract. Like her powers at the
Yeah,
end. Have you read that? Have you read up to the last
No, he
chapter?
finished
No,
it.
have you
Oh.
Have you finished? Wait, so
Yeah,
have you finished it, right?
I'm updated.
I mean-
It's just, I don't know. Maybe I.
It was
might
more or
be
less
cute.
obvious, right? That there was a reason why she had multiple powers. It was foreshadowed
Yeah.
heavily from the very start.
Yeah.
Right, like she was able to
She's able
somehow
to-
get the
yeah.
gun devil's power, somehow get
Squish
another devil's
people.
power. Yeah, exactly. Why
Squish
was every
people
why
in
was
Naruto
every
and
single
Yeah,
yeah,
that scene was so
Yeah, that's
sick
true.
though, not gonna lie.
Which scene? Which
When
scene?
when
Yeah.
she was like doing the gang signs and saying all their names and they all just died.
Oh. Yeah, that was kind of okay.
That was cool.
I
Y'all-
love
y'all be
Chainsaw Man
asking-
for the action. I love
Y'all
Chainsaw Man for
be
the
asking why the hell I have not been talking because I have no idea what this anime
Yeah.
is. I never watched it before.
It's a
Dude,
manga.
is the next anime that Mappa is animating.
Yeah,
I see.
it's like it's very cutthroat action. That's what I can say. But I don't really enjoy that, to be honest. It's like,
I mean, the thing is, right, the reason why she was sad that way as a character was because we're looking through Denji's I don't know, I forgot his name already.
POV.
Like the guy's
POV.
POV, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The reason why we saw her as a adorable person, like an adorable person right from the very start, and then the sudden shift was to see Denji's perspective. Yeah, that's just it.
Bro, she let him grope her boobs.
That's true.
Like that was one of the first
That's
things
Power
that she
two.
did. Oh yeah, and power.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, how many
So
boobs did
sad.
he grope?
Okay. Honestly, do you think Power was such a missed potential?
No, I like how she was.
Really?
She didn't have to be super overpowered.
No, but like
I didn't really
I don't know. I
care.
just felt they could do more with her, to be honest. Like instead of just those fun character moments, like it's like
There's more than that in the end, what?
Because
Yeah, that's true.
Chainsaw Man isn't really about like deep intellectual like character
it's
Yeah.
acting. It's more just like, oh, this character they do these things and then
Like,
they
I
do
want to
these
see her
things.
genuinely have a scene where she's like winning, or like okay, not really winning, but like she's on screen fighting. You know what I mean? It's like this, like you literally see her go, like you know that time with the zombies.
Oh yeah, that's true. She just goes
Yeah,
off
you
and
literally,
fights.
yeah, she just goes off.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
That's
come
true.
on. I wanted to see Power
True.
fight. The only,
I mean,
the
you
only,
went through
yeah.
the whole training out with
Yeah.
her. It'll be
Yeah,
quite
we went
hard.
through that. Yeah. So I don't know. It's the I think it relies too much on tell not show in some cases, but then in other cases it's just completely show but like zero explanation. So maybe it's because it hasn't finished, but like
It finished already. Wait.
It more or less
Oh no, no.
finished.
As in,
I
like-
mean,
It's
sorry.
at near the
Like,
end
the
anyway.
full
Finishing-
conclusion,
It's
like-
finishing in a few.
Yeah,
weeks.
it's near the end.
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It just feels very unsatisfying, the fact that pretty much nothing has been really explained that well.
Actually, that's true.
Or,
Like,
explained
all
at all.
the side characters except for like Makima, Aki, and Power, like you don't really care about them.
Yeah, it's like, and like it's just, I don't know, I just
Yeah.
enjoy a more
It's like-
fleshed out world.
It's like if
Agree.
they introduce all these like characters from the
A lot of
association.
characters.
Yeah, a lot, and then they're like, who the fuck? They all look the same. What?
Yeah,
It's
like,
just
that-
like what?
it's like okay,
And then
honestly,
no. Firstly, they all look the same, and then they die the next.
They'll
chapter.
die,
Like,
yeah.
what's the point?
it's like it's
That's
like
why-
the
that's why I
complaint that
only-
some people have with Attack on Titan is like they just introduce body bags for the
Yeah,
main
that
character to
also
see
happens
die.
in Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's just worse in manga form because like
Because you can't tell who
you
is
don't,
who.
yeah, you can't tell who is who. It's just like this guy
Yeah.
dies and then this guy dies, and apparently like yeah, and then apparently devils can have more than one contract, or like I mean not one more, like
Humans.
what, like they have, yeah, they are attached to more than one human, which is like okay lah, that's not that bad. Or like I'm just not happy with the fact that the things that are questioned, that are like the things that are brought into the picture, like and that they are not explained, are quite in like okay, they are quote unquote, how do I say it, like okay, no, yeah, they are quote unquote integral to the story and like how it's supposed to progress. It's like, you know, that whole fight scene where like everyone is just trying to hunt Denji down.
Which
Yeah.
there's so many.
The very last chapter.
Yeah,
the very
the-
last.
the
the very
latest one.
few.
Where, like people are hunting like the
Isn't that
Santa
every
Claus.
single fight scene?
No, it's like
Where
Santa
they're trying
Claus
to hunt
came,
Denji down.
like Santa
Oh,
Claus
the
came
Santa
and
Claus.
Oh, the
yeah,
Santa Claus
like
one,
that
yeah,
up. Like it got so like confusing. Like the action
I
got
mean,
so
that's just
confusing.
manga fight in general. Like,
Yeah.
almost any manga fight in
No,
general.
but like
Okay.
okay.
No, yeah, honestly though,
Hmm.
if you
Oh, yeah.
think
So I
about it,
feel-
if you
yeah.
think about it, there's no
Yeah,
way you're not
and-
confused reading like a JoJo fight or something. Like,
Yeah,
Not really. As in like I'm not confused to that extent.
no, but like,
I don't know. I just feel like when I read it. Okay, sorry, Danish, but like I just felt that when I read it, I skipped through like 5 chapters. It's like
what with the
it just
fight
did-
scenes?
with just like in general, it's like I feel like I skipped a few chapters when I was reading it. I feel like I skipped like important things that I'm supposed to know, or like I've missed, like yeah, just in general I've missed something. Like maybe I'm just mentally skewed, but like
I don't think it's that.
that's why I feel so unsatisfied.
Then
Like,
his first kiss is
yeah.
a big L.
yeah. Okay, so
That's all I'm gonna add.
yeah.
Yeah, as a person who regularly like doesn't really like to watch, doesn't really like to read manga. I can understand like from what Ryan said or like Ken about like fighting scenes, like
Yeah, right.
No, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's just it's not
It's
it's not
just the
exclusive
mangas.
to you and Danish.
Like, yeah, fight scenes in mangas in general, like a lot of them aren't really done well.
Yeah.
like what is it called, the
I don't know. I feel okay.
like the manga that you guys asked me to read, what is it?
Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I think that's
Record
like
of
the
Ragnarok.
one of the best execution of fight
Yeah.
Nah, I think, no wait. I think,
Even if you say that, I still like get really confused on like the fight scenes. Like I understand
that's
it's
because
between
you have to read the whole thing at once.
yeah, like I understand it's between
you keep
two.
reading half a chapter and then stop. Obviously, you'll be confused.
No, like I finished the fight and like I know it's between these two people, but like like usually when you read manga, you would like think of it in your brain like how it will really it happen in like an anime style.
Yeah.
So that's my thought process when I read manga. So and then like if like the panel gets so confusing, you don't understand the shit.
I don't know. I think Record of Ragnarok is one of those
Yeah, what?
scenarios
it's
where
not
it's
that bad.
it's not
Yeah.
confusing at all. Like I
No,
think
The only
if you
thing that
actually
was-
binge the whole thing at once is actually you
Yeah.
yeah, it's easy.
yeah, it's
it's
super
easy
easy
to
to
follow.
digest.
Like
I don't know,
there's
maybe-
there's
maybe
some
I've been
manga out
spoiled.
there like what do you call it?
Okay, I would say that about Attack on Titan too. It's like there's so many titans like in the battlefield. Like for example, like they're outside the walls and they're like slaying a bunch of titans. Like you can still tell what's going on, but then it's like
yeah.
because Chainsaw Man puts in the effort to introduce so many goddamn characters and so many new powers in one fight. By the way, one fight that spans like maybe 5 chapters. It's
Yeah,
like-
that's why I also brought up JoJo because they pretty
Yeah.
much do the same thing.
yeah, okay,
yeah,
like,
that's why it's like
okay, like with the exception of like maybe like part 7, maybe part 5.
No, 7 was
If-
one of the most confusing though.
Yeah,
it
it's
gets,
very
it gets more and more
mostly because
confusing
of
every part.
Otter. No,
bro,
no, no.
come on, who shot Johnny? That was like
Yeah, that was
when
all
you first read it, you're like,
confusing.
what is going on?
Yeah, it gets more confusing every part. That's not like
Yeah.
Honestly,
But,
the
yeah,
few
but
parts
a lot
I
of people-
thought was very confusing was
Yeah, but a lot
the
of people
Sandman fight
complain.
and the
I don't. What the hell was the Sandman fight? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
dinosaurs,
the
guys.
complaint for JoJo, right, is especially in part 5. Like part 5, if you read like the panel, like one of the panel, I can't remember. Like a lot of people pointed out that
Cream
like
Kingston.
it like you can't understand the panel. Like
It is-
it's a fight
Oh.
scene, but you just see like the hand movement, like
Incomprehensible.
the Muda hand movement, right?
Yeah.
You just like wait, what like it's so like such a blur, like you don't understand like the
Yeah, that's why I
So-
said like
just
manga fight scenes.
it's just yeah.
Like I think
Yeah,
the
maybe-
But
best,
maybe
then-
I've
We
been-
talk about this, alright?
What?
the best manga fight scenes for me comes from Record of Ragnarok, Solo Leveling, and the
yeah,
the
that's
best one
why
is
I think that
Freesia.
manhwa is better than manga
And
in terms of
Freesia.
fighting.
Yeah.
Freesia.
maybe right, maybe
Freesia is so
like the
fucking good. Holy shit.
maybe the reason why like maybe sometimes like it gets confusing in fight scenes because like most of like the things maybe we read right is like black and white. But
Oh,
if
yeah,
it were
yeah.
to color it right,
That's
could
true.
be like
That's true. It's like
it could be like
JoJo
easier
isn't
to
black
read,
and
you know?
white, and he's still confusing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still confusing.
Record of Ragnarok is black and white, and it's not as confusing as JoJo.
I,
And
mean,
it's
I
like,
guess
I
I
don't
guess
know.
it could depend lah. If there's
The
A lot
Adam
of
versus
colours,
Zeus fight
obviously
is
it would
literally
be-
just
a JoJo fight.
It's literally just
Yeah.
Dio versus Jotaro for 10 hours.
Yeah, it's like okay, no, it's okay to introduce new things in the middle of the fight, like new powers and new abilities.
Super
and, like,
Saiyan 69.
new beats of the law. Yeah, Super Saiyan 69. But like,
As long as it makes
I think
sense.
as long as it makes sense, and it's not like why it doesn't like make you think like why didn't they just do this sooner, or like, you know what I mean?
Oh, but like speaking of introducing new things, one of the very very small complaints I had about solo leveling was that they let Sang Jinwoo just like level up in the middle of a fight to give him the perfect ability that he needed, like so many times. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they used Ex Machina.
Yeah. It's
But
every
I mean
time
that was the whole
he,
point.
he
lah.
levels up in the middle of the fight, and then he gets just the ability he needs for that situation. It's like wow,
that's
pretty cool.
Like that was the whole. I think okay, wait, Danish, do you mind the spoilers for solo?
No, I
leveling?
don't mind. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna read soon, but I don't mind.
Okay. So
I mean,
like,
it's not really spoilerable, like it
Yeah.
is kind of a brainless show.
yeah, but it's like it makes sense with what the whole leveling thing is about. You know what I mean? It's like he's
True,
just
I
trying to bring
guess.
back like the shed. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
The
Like it's a
architect.
complaint I have. Like I'll admit it's kind of weird, and like it kind of sucks. But it's like it's possible.
It's not that
'cause
big
it-
of a deal, like it's
Yeah.
not like it's like it happens every single time.
Yeah, and it's not like something
It's
like
just a tiny nitpick
light
that
speed
I-
ramming.
Yeah.
Light speed ramming in freaking Star Wars is like it's not like that. It doesn't break the
It's
universe.
light speed ramming. Wait, what was that?
The whole
yeah.
maneuver.
Yeah.
Where she like boom.
Oh, that,
Like,
And the
she
same
took
guy
it
who
and,
said,
like,
Dude,
yeah,
but
the same guy who said
that was
it's
cool
a trap,
though.
whatever.
that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's cool lah, but like
no.
It's
You know
pretty
what was
brainless.
bullshit? What was bullshit was fuel in Star Wars.
yes.
That was random.
Okay.
And false healing.
Yes, for stealing. But anyway, back to manga and anime, which is what we started this podcast about.
And that's
I like
someone
to
I don't
ask,
mind
what
it, 'cause-
makes-
No, but
Okay.
like, yeah. Okay, sorry.
No,
Continue.
but like, what makes an anime good for you? Like, or like, what makes a story in general like stand out, or like, just good in general? You know what I mean? Like, cause
I mean, such a question is pretty subjective though.
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess you can.
that's why,
I
but
guess
that's why I
That's
wanna
why
know,
he's
I wanna
asking
know.
us.
I guess I can start with a couple of factors like okay, like anime,
Like,
anime
what are
and
the
manga or
checklists
just
that you need to have, right? Is that
anime
what-
and manga, or let's just start
Just
with
in-
anime first.
Yeah, let's just do both.
Okay,
Okay, but like,
I'll just start with
whichever one you
anime
enjoy
first,
more,
since
yeah.
I watch more anime than read manga. So, I guess for me the factors are animation, color scheme, like for example, No Game No Life has a really shit like
Whoa,
Yeah, it looks so
What
deep
did you
fried.
do?
It's
I
so
agree.
deep fried, dude.
I agree.
It literally looks like a deep fried meme every frame.
All the isekai fans like, what did you just say?
But yeah,
Actually,
okay,
It looks like a deep fried meme
watched,
every
Deep fried. It's like,
yeah, it was so fried. Like to me, because I watched that right when I had a fever.
Same.
Like after the fever.
Same. I watched it when I had a
that
fever.
amplified it.
No,
So-
it literally feels like they just cranked up the saturation to like max.
Yeah. So it was even worse for me when I watched it. I was like, my eyes are like about to die, dude. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it when I feel better. And I watched it when I felt better, and it's still so shit. I'm like,
Felt
bro,
a
like,
fever dream.
Oh no, I finished
Yeah.
the whole thing in one day. All out.
So-
Correct.
yeah,
That's probably
like,
why I
those,
was sick.
Those are like one of the bad ways of like not making your color to look.
Yeah, like
Bad-
it
like-
stands out, but
Yeah,
like,
it
it stands out
stands
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like you
So-
wouldn't expect a deep fried meme to be your animation and color scheme. It's like bruh.
So like another factor is like story. Story is an important factor.
Obviously.
Like
shit.
if
Nah.
you don't have a good story and it's just like
But,
plain old
like-
like shonen fight scenes, then like bro.
I feel like
Okay. Yeah.
don't
Okay,
don't
please.
don't like kind of like don't witch hunt me for this, but
I'm gonna witch
but
on you. for this.
every slice of life and shoujo and romance, especially shoujo, literally are all the same. Like
Yeah.
I consume a lot of slice of life. Don't say like, oh, you only watch this Toradora, and I watch her a lot, and I still enjoy watching them, but honestly the story is all the same for me.
Yeah, it's like oh no
Yeah.
okay. Okay, the thing about story is that it doesn't need to be
Yeah.
new. Like,
No,
it doesn't
it's
need
not
to be
it's not new,
different.
but like yeah.
I know, but like, it's like this is one thing. Like, for me, it's like it doesn't need to be new. It doesn't need to be like, okay, if it's new and like unique, like unique premise and all, it's like that's a plus point. But it doesn't need that to be like exceptionally.
I
good.
like-
Mob
I like-
Psycho isn't even like interesting of a concept, or like the plot line is kind of normal, but like they executed it so well with like how they paced it, okay, the pacing was kind of ass in some parts, but
Wait,
like,
what?
like it's just been executed so well. Like such a simple premise of kid has powers, doesn't want to hurt people with powers, but like it's just like a simple premise brought to the next level. It's like elevated bread. Like imagine eating the best bread of your life. That's how it fit. That's how it feels. That's how
Man.
I feel like about like Kaguya-sama. It's like it's a simple premise.
Nah, I think
simple
Kaguya's
plot.
plot.
No,
is pretty-
Kaguya is different. Kaguya, they brought up a new premise where they are fighting for each other's. Like,
Yeah,
they
I
are
think
fighting for the
I
same
think that's
goal.
why it's
Okay,
more
okay, yeah,
unique.
that was a bad example. Like I don't know, man. It's like it doesn't need to be new.
Like
It can be the
like
simplest of
Toradora.
plots.
Oh
Yeah. Like it can be simple, and I'll still enjoy it as long as you have other things to like boost that like plot.
Mhm.
Like, cause the characters of Mob Psycho is just pretty fun.
Yeah, I
like
guess
Reagan.
next
That's not
Like
lie
Reagan
though. Everyone
character.
except for Reagan and Mob is pretty boring.
Man,
I
like
don't really
the-
like any other character other than Reagan and Mob, in my opinion. And
I
like
mean,
the
technically the only two you really need to care about is
yeah
Reagan
exactly.
and Mob.
Like they
Like,
introduced quite a
at
lot of
least the
characters,
start
but
of-
I don't give
yeah.
a shit about any of them.
Like I like the least favorite character in Mob Psycho for me is like Dimple. I fucking hate that character.
Why?
I don't know. It's just me.
What?
Like
How do you hate
Okay.
Dimple?
He's
like,
literally gonna make you smile, dude. Like literally.
you know, I just feel like obviously he had his moments, you know, when like I remember this scene, spoiler,
Best
when he like you know Mob was like pissed off like because like I think who burned his house and he thought his parents died and then like
yeah.
Dimple like helped him. There was like a really like a up
Like the-
moment for
yeah.
Dimple. But like I just I
Like
don't
when
know,
he took
it's
over
me-
Mob's
it's just-
body and like
it's just
saves
it's just
Mob from
me
the spirit realm.
it's just
Yeah.
me like no, it's not like about like his character like during like serious moments. It's the opposite. Like when
Like his character when he's not serious.
yeah, like
I don't know, man. I think it's,
I just couldn't take him like he wasn't as funny as like other characters like Reagan or what is it? Actually yeah, Reagan like stands out as like the best. Like for me
he
like,
definitely had the best arc. He definitely
yeah,
had the best
he
arc.
definitely showed like the comedic side, like for me lah. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think Mob Psycho is an
Like-
excellent.
Like you don't need all your characters to be good, but like the main ones you have your story around,
Yeah.
or like the main character. Okay, not really the main characters, but like the characters your main character interacts with. I think that's important that you flesh them out. It's not like, because I think some anime fall into this category where it's like the main character is so well developed and it's like so intricate, but then like every other side character is just like one-dimensional
Chainsaw Man.
trash. Chainsaw Man, yes, exactly.
I love
Like,
Denji so much, but like I can't
I
really
lo-
care about like
Yeah,
okay yeah
it's like-
Power is she's hot. That's why I like
No,
her.
but like the only reason why
Makima-
you like her is because you like Denji. You know, I mean Denji. sorry.
Alright. Maybe
Like,
not
as in,
me
like,
though.
the reason
No,
why
no,
you
okay,
like,
no. I'm
you
not saying Power is
like
a
her
lame
moment.
character, but like
I'm not Power and the other characters too.
Aki.
Aki. Oh yeah, I actually
yeah.
like Aki. I think Denji and Aki, like I like
Yeah,
them
I think
both.
like they're the two quote unquote best characters.
I like
I'd say I
Power,
like them the most.
Rize, how the fuck do you pronounce her
Reese.
name? Reese,
Reese,
yes.
Reese.
Power, Reese, Makima, cause they're hot.
Mm.
Mm.
The simple man. I see titties, I click.
I guess
Okay, but like-
another like example you can flesh out is like what Ryan said, like, or if you flesh one character so much that what is it, other characters don't care about. Another like nitpick, like maybe like this is me, the silent voice, like what is it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The main character,
Yeah,
like the
that's
main two, the two characters, right, were developed maybe because it was a movie and they had to like squeeze time.
Yeah, but like you still need to like.
I still
you
wanted
judge
to
it
know
based on that,
more
'cause it's-
about
yeah.
like their relationship with like I can't remember the names, but like
Ueno, Kawaii.
the
and
like
Fat-
the black hair
Deku.
girl.
Fat
Like I
Deku.
wanted to know
Ueno,
more about
that's
her.
Ueno.
Yeah, and like who's the
Fat Deku.
fat kid?
Fat
Yeah,
Deku.
No,
just
no.
like,
It's,
I wanted to-
what's his name? Mineta.
Hinata.
Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to know more of
And
the
Green
characters,
Minotaur.
but like,
Green Minotaur.
like it was a good movie. I just felt like the character was it was a bit short lah.
I mean, like, but
Oh yeah,
Any
another
other way,
another example
honestly.
of that was Code Geass. If anyone here watched, like they
yeah,
fleshed
that
out.
was quite long ago.
They fleshed out the main character so much. Okay, I think
Yeah.
I think a few of the side characters actually got good screen time, but most of them really like not yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
At least one or
Like-
two side characters that got good
Mm.
screen time, but the main character was so heavily focused on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it's yeah. It's just
Wait,
like
Did anyone here watch it? Or who didn't
I
watch
don't know how to say it.
Hey, what
I
are you
don't
guys
know
talking
what-
about? What anime?
Code Geass.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Code Geass.
Okay, yeah.
But like yeah, it's like for me personally, I think character action scenes really just like it's just there for fun. Like, but it's just
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
get,
why you
like,
watch
how a
Demon
lot of-
Slayer. It's because
yeah,
it's fun.
like I don't get why a lot of people equate good action equals to best
story.
anime.
Because people
really good
just want to
anime.
watch stuff to like
Yeah,
chill. Like they
Oh,
don't want to
that's
like
true.
they like okay.
It's just
most
popcorn.
most
entertainment.
people don't wanna
No,
like
that's true.
analyze everything between the layers, hidden meanings and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, they just want to sit like it's like superhero movies, like
The
Marvel movies. Like people just watch Marvel movies because they're fun, like not because like it's some Shawshank Redemption, like you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So
it's just
it's just
like
stories.
how action, like just because like the action is so good, like there's so many anime being like held to such a high regard.
Yeah,
It's
but like
yeah, they're
but like
good,
look at
but
Avengers Endgame. It's like the highest selling,
That's true.
What
It's
is
an
it?
art form in
movie.
itself,
No,
making.
but like no, the thing. Okay, the thing is,
Yeah, making people
Endgame is
excited
different.
is just a no. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds.
It's
weird.
just
like-
a way
That
of
sounds wrong.
marketing, bro. It's just it's just a way of marketing where like you just hype
no,
up.
I mean like the main
everything.
reason why Endgame.
It has to
was-
be deep for it to be good. In my
yeah,
opinion.
as in like the reason why Endgame was like so hyped up is because it's like 10 years worth of payoff. You know, like that is the movie that pays off what has happened for the last 10 years. Started with Iron Man in 2008. It's about to end there. That's why it's so hyped. That's
Spoiler
why
alert, by the
AOT
way. Spoiler alert, guys.
It's like
I-
AOT season 4 is also so
Yeah,
hyped because
yeah. I was about to
it's
say like
expected to
yeah,
be,
that's the
end
same.
all. It's supposed
Yeah.
to end the AOT series. It's
No.
supposed to pay off everything that was set up. So it's like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I don't wanna get like the Marvel community like shit on me, but like the whole 10 years, it's kind of what I said. Like people just watch it because of popcorn entertainment, and yeah, because over
That's
the
true.
course of 10 years, they start to like the
Develop the
characters-
story. Then.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
not
like-
really develop the story, but like kind of just I don't know,
What's it called?
grow attachment to the
Yeah,
franchise.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And make the audience
Because-
attached to
yeah.
the characters.
yeah, I guess.
Because it's been going on
But
for
like-
so long.
Same. Okay.
I
so,
don't know.
like, animation, like fight scenes in general, right? They're just adding value to the what is it?
No, but sometimes it adds a lot of value.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like okay, like let's just take a scenario, okay?
Escanol
Like
versus
two
Vangelis.
people, like two people are fighting each other, right? And it needs to lead to something. So that two fight scenes must, like, if you want to add value to that, you must show like your animation style and everything. Then it would like create
Art.
anime that is good, right? But sometimes people like what Ryan and Ken said, like they take that to such a high esteem.
Yeah, it's like if you don't have a steady foundation, you can't really build upon it. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
at least have a semi-decent story that doesn't have your like watcher or reader questioning what the heck did I just watch. You know what I mean? It's like okay, like what's a good example? Star Wars. Yes, the sequel trilogy.
Star Wars.
It's like it is like when you just turn off your brain and watch it. It's like it's so good. I mean, okay,
No,
it's
it's
not so good, but like
You literally fall asleep.
yeah, you turn off your brain and it's like you can appreciate the action in some cases and like it's like whoa, high speed ramming. That's a cool visual, dude.
Or like
But
the
then it's like-
prequel as well, actually, honestly.
No, I fucking hate the prequel fight scenes.
Wait,
Why?
what?
Why?
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
You
Have you not
That's a
seen?
metaphorical.
Have you not seen Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon? Like that was so good.
No, I'm talking about like no. There's this just like the lightsaber like when they add like the Force and like they use the Force
What do you
powers. I
mean?
really
Isn't that the
like it.
point of Star Wars?
Yeah,
Yes.
but like when they just like lightsabers, it's just fucking boring, dude.
How?
Like-
how? How
like-
is that
like
boring?
you-
How?
Like okay,
Tell me-
no,
tell me how.
dude,
Tell me
listen,
how.
listen. Like do you know like episode 3 where Anakin
Are you
versus
about to complain
Obi-Wan.
about the revenge? Oh my god.
What? How do you not like that fight?
How? How?
It's just like I don't know. I just felt
So that
it's
means you won't be
repeated.
able to enjoy. Oh, sorry.
Well, like
It
wait,
just felt
okay,
so
so
repeated. I don't know.
what do you want out of a Star Wars fight? Bro, they
Like, what do you
changed
want?
the location. They like moved around so much, like with the surroundings and environment. It was so cool. How do you not like it? What do you want out of a Star Wars fight?
I don't know.
Maybe he brought his
just felt-
expectations from anime into movies.
No,
Like,
it's like no,
okay,
it's
in
not about
comparison
that.
felt
to-
so
So
bored.
does that mean okay? Does that mean you can't enjoy a good Game of Thrones sword fight scene? Is that
Yeah,
like
is that it?
I
Is
get
that-
what. Okay, if he can't enjoy it, right, then I get what Dalinesh means. Because
yeah?
fights in real life are very rigid compared to
Yeah.
animation.
Because like they use a lot of
If you say you
use-
can
No,
enjoy
but-
a Game of Thrones
But
fight scene,
oh my god!
but you
Oh
can't
my
enjoy
no
it.
no no no
Yeah.
no. Okay, wait. So you're saying it's what the freaking what's it called? The third movie, Obi-Wan versus Anakin is the opposite of rigid. What do you mean?
Yeah.
They were
Rigid as
jumping
in
around in
Not the
shit.
fact they were
No,
jumping
I
around.
didn't-
It's just the fact that, basically you can't do like unrealistic motion because of the
mean-
joints of a human being, right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
yeah,
like, you
but
don't
like
need unrealistic motion to.
Yeah, that is in
make it-
comparison is rigid compared to anime, right? Because
I
there's
like-
a lot of unrealistic motion in anime.
yeah, but
The fact that they blur the motions, right, so that they make it seem more fluid.
Hmm.
because like what is it like weight is
I'm not
an
saying
important
it itself-
factor in, like,
It
fight.
itself is not it itself is rigid. I'm saying that in comparison to something like anime,
Yeah.
it is
Like,
rigid.
animation is definitely like the king of like action in my opinion, but like I don't know, saying that you can't
oh,
enjoy.
then you should watch Clone Wars.
And I enjoy it though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No, I'm talking to Danish.
Talking about Danish.
Like, do you?
That's
will
why
you-
he might not think.
Can
it
you
is.
like? Will you enjoy a fight scene within like in like Game of Thrones? There's two swordsmen like just fighting. Can you enjoy that? That's what I want to know.
That depends.
Or like
on-
Lord of the Rings.
Like that
Yeah.
no, like okay, that depends on how they execute it. Cause like to me, the nitpick that I have with like the Anakin versus Obi-Wan scene, right?
And he can. Oh my.
Anakin, I don't know,
Anakin.
fuck me. As I was saying,
I thought
is-
pronouncing Dojinshi as Daojin vibes.
it's like you can tell that they what is it? They added some animation to it. You know, it wasn't like just pure. Maybe because they had to highlight the.
There's not much
lightsaber.
animation. What? It's more of
Yeah.
just
Like okay, I
it's more
just
just
feel like
green
the light,
screen because of the surroundings.
the lightsaber like thing was like too fast, like unrealistically fast.
Okay, so do you want it to
compared-
be realistic or unrealistic? What do you want?
It's like
Okay, I'm just saying like motion wise, it didn't
but
feel
I-
as
like okay. What about the motion? What about the motion didn't feel
Like,
right?
the motion of the lightsaber is too
Like,
fast. It's
But
too
they're
fast.
Jedi.
You mean that
The
it feels
Jedi.
light? I mean,
have their
yeah,
speed.
lightsabers are light.
Okay,
And
let's
the
compare-
blades are
That's
also
like
light.
saying Iron Man was flying too fast.
No, I'm okay. Let's compare like the same universe. Let's compare like episode 3 to 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why it was so slow then? Because they didn't have the technology.
I know, but like,
Like-
you started off with that. Okay, your establishment is at that like that pace, and then you continue with part 3 where as a viewer I just feel that there's like some continuity error where like it's like too fast, you know.
I mean, like, you kind of were looking at people past their prime, like Obi-Wan
Yeah.
Kenobi in
Yeah,
the
they're both
sequel,
old.
in the original.
Look
trilogy
at
is so
look at how
old already.
Darth Vader fought in what's it called, Star Wars what's it called, the Rogue One,
Yeah,
like against the airship crew. That seems quite similar to part 4, the movie 4
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
6.
yeah. That's why I'm okay. Like in the Disney like sequels, right? Like when like especially like part, what is it? Part 6?
Episode-
7, part 7, episode 7.
It's 7.
Episode 7 where like Ray was fighting, what's his name? Ben Solo. Kylo, yeah. Kylo. Like, that felt real, like, you know, maybe because animation has developed and it looks realistic now. But yeah, I felt it was like, I just feel that it's more, I guess maybe it's just my nitpick that 1, 2, 3 animation wasn't as good as it could have been, you know. That's just my nitpick, you know. That's just my niche.
I
That's
mean,
all.
like,
That's why, like,
no,
I feel
yeah.
that if they were to like refilm or like redo the animation scenes to make it to have more weight, right? I think it would
I
like
think the-
deal for me.
no, the thing is the point of-
Okay, no, I agree that the movement in parts 1 to 3 were a bit weird. Like, for example, the Palpatine's famous
Yeah.
scene.
it's
yeah.
treason.
But I think the Anakin vs Obi-Wan is where it peaked, like, in terms of not
Yeah.
shitness. But what kind of
I'd
terminology
say
is that?
that's-
I mean,
no, okay,
you know what I mean.
no.
Non
So-
mediocrity.
I'd recommend, if you really think that the Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight was very unrealistic in terms of like the weightlessness and all that, it's like go watch Shadiversity's video, like fight scene autopsy of that. It's like he explains why it's not that unrealistic to like.
It makes sense because the swords
yeah.
are weightless and they are also way more physically adept.
Yeah. It's like, and then it's like, okay, so you compare that Kenobi in his prime, Anakin in his prime, like Anakin without cybernetic, he's not heavy at all.
I mean, he
And then
has
you go-
one arm that's broken. That's all.
His one arm is a robotic arm. It's still
Yeah.
it functions the same. There's literally no difference. But anyway, it's like they take them as like 20-year-olds, quote unquote lah. I don't think they're actually 20 in that scene, but like you fast forward to the time where they're like pretty much grandparents. Like, do you
Yeah.
think they'll move the same? Like they're humans. It's like Yoda is still moving fast as
Because
a 700-year-old
he's an
because
alien.
that's his species. But like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of Yoda's life, he could barely, like, you know, like,
yeah, he could barely move. But like, when he was still 700, he was still able to move. But that's just because his species lifespan is so long. You know what I mean? But like, I'd say it's a natural progression. It's like you saw what the Jedi look like out of their prime. It's like Luke honestly moved quite fluidly. Like,
no, yeah, Luke completely destroyed Vader when they fought, like, in the second time.
yeah, it's like the second fight. I think he's like that. It shows what could be
Like,
of
A
like
trained
prime-
Jedi versus a
yeah.
trained Sith.
Like,
One in
it-
their prime and one too old. Yeah, obviously the
I
one.
mean, you can make
prime
that
destroyed.
As in, like,
to,
no,
like,
Luke
bring
wasn't really in his
Kylo.
prime, but like
Okay,
it
yeah.
teases the fact that there could be more to the way they fight. You know, it's not just like swing, like bang, bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was my problem. That's all, like swing. that's all. But like compare that to, I guess, episode 7. I'm going to make this comparison where like,
I think
Kylo-
episode 7 is way more like it has way more faults in the swing, bad.
I
like,
think
useless movement.
Clone Wars had the best fights.
Yeah.
Ahsoka versus what's his
Maul.
name?
The
Maul
mocap.
is still the
Yeah.
best lightsaber fight in Star Wars.
I mean,
for
that
me.
was animation. Like,
No, but
like,
real
no, but
people
it's
were
mocap,
moving.
it's
Real
mocap.
people were moving.
oh, really?
Yeah.
In that, yeah.
Damn.
Both
okay.
both Ahsoka and Darth Maul were actual people like moving and like choreographing, which is like it just shows how disappointing like the sequel trilogy actually is. Because you look at like that choreography,
It
like,
still
Clone
works.
Wars season 7, and then you look at
Yeah,
Attack, like
in
episode
the sequel it looks so heavy. Why does it look so heavy, like the lightsabers?
yeah, all the lightsabers just suddenly look heavy and like unyieldy. They
Like,
look
they look
cloud.
so slow and sluggish for some reason.
Yeah,
Like it looks like they're carrying a metal sword,
yeah.
you know, like
Metal
but
swords
it's
are
not
like-
supposed to be like that because it's a literal lightsaber. Like,
Yeah.
you know. That's the main
Anyway,
complaint.
then do you prefer the sequel fights then over like the prequels?
I just prefer like the 4, 5, 6. That's my niche.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that I equally am okay with the prequels and the sequels, but like
The
for me,
original.
the original is like still the best.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah.
like okay, like sometimes fight scenes don't really need to like be like flashy. Like do you guys watch the Darth Maul? Is it Darth Maul? Yeah, Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan. The animation like for I think it was
Yeah,
the-
but like
Episode 1.
No, in Rebels,
Rebels.
the final confrontation.
Like, that fight scene was like simple and ended off like it was just a knot, you know, like they tied it perfectly and on how it was simple and like you don't need like it to be that flashy.
But like
So-
the reason why it's so good is the poetry that
emotion.
is like
Yeah,
associated
I know,
with
I know.
that scene. That's why
it doesn't work for everything, but
yeah,
I just feel that sometimes
like
you
it
know,
shows that it can be simple.
it can work like in a simple, like doesn't have to be
I
like,
think it's
know,
because of like the weight behind that fight.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and like part
Yeah.
of the impact was the fact that all the lightsaber fights you have seen, like from the prequels, from the Clone Wars, it's all like fast moving. Everyone's like jumping around everywhere, like moving their lightsabers so fast. It's like suddenly it's like you're taken. It's like the confrontation of a lifetime. Maul versus Obi-Wan. It's like it's been set up since episode 1. It's like
Yeah, it's more of just
all
like
that weight.
the-
I think
the-
it's like the
weight.
reason why it was so good is simply because of everything else that wasn't the fight. The
Yeah.
fight wasn't that. It's everything else that built up that fight. You know what I mean?
the reason to like, and then like how he
Yeah,
like
how it
ended
ended.
off like by
A total
being on
subversion of things.
being on the
Yeah.
light side again. Maybe was he back on the light
No,
side? I
no,
don't know.
he just died in peace. Like
Yeah,
this
but-
complete subversion of expectations. You were thinking of like a bombastic, like,
Uh-huh.
action-packed scene, and it literally ends in 5 seconds.
like how Obi-Wan changed his stance. Like
Yeah.
damn, like he went from his the one that he does the, I think is it
Sorisu.
yeah
So he went from
like,
Sorisu to what they call it, Qui-Gon Jinn's form. I think it was a Taru, not sure. But yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Yeah. But there was a huge tangent into Star Wars. But anyway,
so back
Uh-huh.
back to
Oh,
back
we're
to
talking
to
about
anime.
fight
what-
scenes, right? What do we enjoy about anime?
yeah.
yeah, it's like think,
I don't know. I think as long as like you watch it and you like it while you're watching it, you know,
I mean, like,
it's
what
good
makes
enough for
you
me.
what makes you like it?
I
is-
think the most important.
like what is a make it or break it? Like
Yeah,
if it doesn't
I
have
think
it
the
at all-
most. Let me speak.
sorry.
I think the most important is not the story but the characters. Like I think if I don't care about the characters, I wouldn't get invested in the story at all. Like one example that I thought of was Cowboy Bebop. Okay, let's not lie, the story was kind of mid, but
Yeah.
like the characters were just so good that you can't help but love the series. You know.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I think the characters are the most important thing in like pretty much any form of fictional media. Like,
I think it's because of the relationships between those characters. That's what makes
If you
good
don't feel an
anime.
attachment to characters, like you can't really like the
Yeah, that's
series.
true.
It's like you don't give a shit what happens to them, so you don't care about the series in general. So yeah.
You know, a really good example of what you just said is Violet Evergarden. Like, if you think about it, characters like Violet Evergarden, the way it's structured is that every episode they introduce new characters, right? But at the end of the episode, you're somehow attached to the characters
Yeah,
that
exactly.
it just introduced, which is like, damn, like if you can do that, like that is a good anime, like bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, then how about you? Like,
Hmm. I mean,
How what
everything
makes you-
everybody has said is correct, right? And, like, in my
no, as in,
opinion,
like,
I
what? How about
Because
you? Like, how do you?
I don't
feel?
really think that a
Okay.
good anime, like the traits of a good anime, is anything more abstract, right? So I can enjoy one anime that has nothing to do with the other in terms of
Yeah,
storyline
same.
or characters. It's just about whether. Yeah, that's why I honestly think it's subjective.
Mm.
It just depends on your mood, I guess.
Maybe.
Like sometimes the
Yeah,
thing
that's
that can hook you is the plot. Like okay, for me not really. Like okay, an example of the complete opposite of what I just said was like Tokyo Ghoul. Like the plot, it seems cool, but like I like you know they make you not give a shit about any of the characters, other than Kaneki. But then even Kaneki in the end was like you don't give a shit about him. It's like
Honestly,
what's the
his-
point? So like no, you reach the end of season 2 and I'm like, you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? What was the point of Hide dying? Like you don't even care about him. Like why is it such a big
Because
deal?
they didn't flesh out his character.
Exactly. And then like what's so dramatic about like, you know, Kaneki getting back his humanity? He barely had screen time in season 2. Like what? Like you just like, and then like when the old man became like the big ass the boss battle, you don't care because like he barely had screen time. You don't really care about any of the characters, so like the whole series is just unenjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Season
Some
1
people
was
like
like
it.
season 1 end was the peak.
Season, yeah, you like Kaneki
The
because like
fight
you feel bad
between,
for
like,
him.
Kaneki and what is it? What's the big
Jason.
guy? Jason, yeah. Like that was like his transformation, like to become like this guy who like
Edgelord.
doesn't feel anything, right? It was really good. Like
But then
with that,
the way they executed,
but then
everything
after
after
that,
that.
right? Yeah, like literally, like once he left the fucking building, he goes up. He says, "Oh, by the way, I'm joining the people who kidnapped me. By the way, okay, bye bye."
and then he
just,
doesn't explain why.
Yeah.
And then,
Bro.
and then another one was the girl, like okay, she's hot, but like does anyone really care about her? All she does in the last episode was run around.
Which one, the blue hair girl or what?
Yeah, the blue hair girl. Like she had some pretty cool moments in season 1, but then in season 2 she got completely cucked.
I think they rushed season 2. Them like what is it? If they had it fleshed out in 2 seasons, with the exception of like the shitty season 3.
Like okay, in theory, right, season 2 the plot is actually pretty good, but they just make you not give a shit about any of the characters. Like
they didn't flesh out the characters.
yeah, that's the problem.
Okay, what are we talking about now?
No.
Yeah,
Adam,
I mean, like, okay, but like, yeah,
I think
Yeah,
Adam
nothing to
should
say.
say something because he hasn't been like speaking.
Adam, are you okay?
I
Are
have
you
nothing to say
depressed?
about Tokyo. No.
Oh.
Not like about like just the topic today in general.
like what makes or breaks an anime for you?
What makes you not like one?
Let's see one that tries to become too intellectual. I don't like.
Ava.
Maybe I enjoy Eva, but not because of its quote-unquote deepness. Just because I like mechs and I like the fights.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true.
The Asuka versus the Angels was so cool.
Really,
Yeah,
I
one
mean,
thing I also don't like about an anime is the fan. It's like, I like the fan base is what
Yeah,
makes
fan
it or breaks it for
That's
me.
true.
If I think the fan base is too immature, right, I probably won't watch the anime, or I have like a natural inkling of what the anime feels like.
Then why did you watch JoJo?
I watched I watched JoJo right before I knew about the fan base.
Oh.
Honestly,
Oh, I see.
But yeah,
so
about
honestly,
Adam's point about
now I was
fan
part of the fan base more or less.
yeah, fanbase really like makes or breaks like your experience in watching that anime. You know, like JoJo as a really gigantic.
I think-
No, I also didn't know about the fan base when I watched it, to be honest.
Yeah.
like okay, like maybe only me here who like knew about the memes and whatsoever. Then
Yeah.
like read and like watched the anime. Like then like you know, but like it's just like if you don't like the fan base, to me just simply like stray away from like whatever like they talk about and you just like read it
Honestly,
and like
yeah,
enjoy
that's
it.
true.
no, okay, like
If you want to get involved,
like-
in, like
Look at Haikyuu. It's one of the worst fan bases, but the show is good.
yeah, it's like no, it's like honestly, a fan base is gonna drive you away from starting it,
Yeah,
but it's not gonna
you won't
stop.
start.
It's not gonna halt your experience or like gonna make you
Yeah.
feel
yeah.
worse.
Okay,
It's like,
yeah.
it's like if you watch an episode, it's like damn, that was a good episode, but like the fan base is shit. I just can't like that episode. Nah, that doesn't happen, but like you just don't start in the first place.
Yeah,
Like about
Exactly.
you, I haven't. Only reason why I do not want to start like watching Haikyuu, right? One of the reasons why I don't want to start like watching or reading Haikyuu is because of the fan base. Every time, okay, every time I go to school, right? And like my friends like because they're like very generic pieces of shit, and like they just talk
Whoa,
about
whoa, 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 whoa.
and like they just like
Anime elitist.
like they just like what the fuck like you like it's so fucking like bro it's so pain like just seeing the fan base like I don't know and like it just like drove me away from
Oh
like
no, what I was talking about was the fact that they like gay ships and
yeah
all
yeah
the
yeah
pedophilia shit.
yeah that's what you do in class and I'm like oh like bro
That is
like, it just
not
drove me
the
away like
They're not real, guys. They're not real.
They're not real.
like okay like there's a difference right when you unironically, right? Oh no, ironically, right? Talk about like liking like a waifu, you know? Like, oh, that waifu is cute, lemao, ha ha ha. Like, oh, I'm a virgin, like whatever, blah blah blah. But then like when you like take it like to like, for example, like they say like, oh,
When did anybody say they weren't being serious about their waifus?
no, like as a joke, like okay, you want to be serious about your.
Aren't you like the biggest Chizuru stan in the world?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Right.
okay. I'm just saying, like when you, what I'm trying to say is that, like let's go back to that Haikyuu example, okay? Like if you push it like to the point where like I as a new like person wants to enjoy it, like if you like in between yourself, fine. Because I was in the conversation when they talk about it, okay? If I wasn't in the conversation, then sure, like I'll just say, oh, okay, whatever, cool. But I was in the conversation when they talk about Haikyuu, and I asked their experience lah on like Haikyuu, like, oh, what is it good about? Cause I want to know more about Haikyuu.
It is.
Right?
It is though.
I wanna
It
like,
genuinely is. Like no me.
I wanna understand the character story, and then they just talk about the characters.
Oh
They just
my
say-
god, Bokuto is so hot. Oh.
Like from start to finish of the entire conversation, right? They just
Please.
they just talk about the characters. I'm like, bro, I want to know the story, dude. Like okay, like I can
That's
like,
that's like
Like-
watching Kaguya-sama, and like the person who you're asking
Just talks
like,
about Chika.
yeah,
Yeah.
just talks about Chika and Hayasaka the whole
like,
time.
like okay, for example, right? I ask like if I were to ask you, oh, what's good about JoJo? And they just say, oh, JoJo is so cool.
It's the
Like,
memes, guys. The memes.
like I want to know about the story. If you don't tell me about the story, how can I, as a person who wants to watch or study the way, can enjoy? Until if you just tell me about one factor on why you like that anime, obviously it would drive me away because you're just saying that one factor makes or breaks the anime to me.
Okay.
Like as a perspective, you know.
Lol.
Like, I'm so pissed.
It's fine. At least they're not Deku x Baku ship. Baku.
And the way I feel it, right?
They probably are.
I think it's cute.
No,
Yeah, like-
no, okay, I think understandable, you know, because it's like there's so many
Yeah, we also
waifus. There's so
I
many
know,
waifus,
but like,
yeah.
I get if you want to talk about it, like me and like I talk about how I like
It's like-
Eren
it's
and
like-
Levi.
It's like asking what's so good about Monogatari, and then you just talk about like freaking
The
Kangaroo
waifus.
for
It's-
3 hours straight. I honestly,
Yeah.
I don't mind, but like, I'm not
But,
gonna
like,
do that.
If it like I
It's
like
such a
like
turn
I,
off lah. It's
I
just a
told
turn off.
like we all talk about, oh, I like Eren and Levi because they're hot, but we don't talk about that like every time, right? We still talk
Yeah.
about like how the story is and everything, but like
When-
just for Haikyuu, right?
If
they
the
just
mood is
talk about
light,
that.
If the
I'm
mood
like,
is light, I'll
bruh.
just say like, oh, why do you like Attack on Titan? Levi, he's hot. I'll just say that. If the mood is light.
Why do
But
you
if it's
Yeah,
like,
if
why
it's
do you
supposed
like
to be a
Rental
joke,
Girlfriend?
fine.
The reason why Haikyuu is good, other than the characters, is character development and the story progression itself is just really
Yeah,
good.
it makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
this-
yeah, like because it's about sports, right? It's
yeah,
about,
and it just makes you hyped.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just the most. It's like it's so like you feel like you're part of the team when you read it lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You like they dedicated a whole season just for one match, and it's still good. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how they did that, but it's
like from
like-
from like my perspective who hasn't watched it, I would think that like when
yeah,
it
you
sounds
think
so
it's
draggy.
slow as
It
shit, right?
sounds so
it
draggy.
sounds so as
No,
shit.
but the whole season is the best, like one of the best seasons.
Like it's the fight against Shiratorizawa, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like it dragged out for so long, but every
The whole
second felt
time.
like it was important. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like every small like movement or like small realizations, like the dots
It's like,
connecting.
oh shit, if I move 1 cm to the, you know.
Oh, by the way, like just to add like the flame, like add the flame to the fire, like
Yes, flame
like,
to the fire.
yes.
Anyway.
like the like you know that like about my friends at school.
Yeah.
Like I asked, okay, I literally asked them, oh, so is there any like cool scenes? And then they just talk about how like handsome the guys are. I'm like,
The cool scenes are that one time, what's his name, Kageyama
Nishinoya
took
when-
off his shirt.
The yaoi shippers be like,
Oh no, but like, yeah, cool scenes. Almost every character gets like one scene that just makes you be like, damn.
them, yeah.
I'm gonna lie to you.
Yeah, like what's his name? The Tsukihima, like the
Tsukishima.
Don
Tsukishima.
Tsukishima. Yeah.
On the
When he did that thing
The defense,
against Shiratorizawa,
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
damn.
and the
Mm.
subtle green.
Yeah. Like the
It's
first
such a
time
nod.
you
It was
really
such a
see-
nod to his
No, no.
personality.
Okay, I wanna
You
say
just get
this.
Starhub.
I wanna say this
Just got
before I forget. But like,
I'm back.
another thing that I really like about Haikyuu is the fact that it doesn't feel like good guy versus bad guy. It just feels
Yeah.
like two people who wants to win because they have their own goals in
Goals.
life
Yeah.
going against each other. Like honestly, the main character could be any team and it will still be good, right?
Yeah, it's like
Like, it
you
doesn't
don't
even
make
have
the
to
other
be-
teams hateable. You know what I mean?
It doesn't even have to be Karasuno. Like you
Yeah.
could be like what's it called, Nekoma or Shira Torizawa, and it'll still be just as good.
Yeah, it's like this is also something I have.
That's
a
one of the
complaint
things I
because,
love
like,
so much.
Kuroko no Basket, like the last game, like the movie. It's like they made you hate the opponent so much, but it's like, come on, they just wanna, like, I don't think that's what.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the
That's-
day,
Everyone
that-
just on the
that-
ball,
Because
bro.
in reality, right, you don't like sports. Isn't really like, oh fuck you, fuck this guy. You know, if you go to a competition,
Reality
it's not.
sports are
yeah.
about money,
It's
bitches.
more just about like I want to win. Like you don't really think about the opponent.
like, does that actually like happen in Haikyuu though?
What?
Like, it feels that realistic, you know? Like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah,
like,
actually
it
though,
feels like
it
a
just feels
genuine
like some high
contest.
school kids who
Yeah.
want to win a sport game.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
are
I
all
can
able
relate.
to play at national level.
And I can relate so well. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
Yeah, it's like
you're
we-
saying
you,
that
okay.
it's
So
because-
it's like when I lose in a competition, I'm like damn, but like I still can't help but feel admiration for like whoever beat me.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, another important factor of like for me like anime, right? Like this is like quite high for me. Like it's the environment, like how you portray
Oh,
The
world
setting.
building.
the world building. Yeah, world building for me is like an important factor. In,
Yeah, that's true. It's like,
and, like okay, like if your anime is going to flesh out like 4 or 5 seasons, environment is important. Like
Okay.
yeah,
if
definitely.
if it's just
Okay.
gonna be like
I
a
think this rule applies for all shonen. If your shonen has bad
Yeah,
world
yeah,
building, it's a bad shonen.
Okay, what do you
automatically,
mean
in
by
my opinion.
world building? Define what that means.
It's
okay,
like if you don't flesh out the world that they live in, it's like if like just
Like the rules and
technology-
everything.
Yeah,
like the rules, the quote unquote rules of the world. You know what I mean?
So you
Like-
mean they just don't pull something out their ass in the future?
Yeah. It's like
Oh.
it's like if you don't define it, then the author is allowed to run wild, and
So
like
consistent storytelling.
yeah, it just leads to
yeah,
inconsistencies within the story.
Is that I can flesh it out right now. So, first example is Hunter x Hunter. It's a shonen.
Hey,
right?
that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah. So, Hunter x Hunter, it shows like for example how the system works, everything well in season 3. No, season 2 and 3 I think,
Yeah,
about like Nen and everything, right?
it's so clean.
Like how like season 1, it was just an entire adventure. You don't know anything about being a hunter.
Yeah, and then season 2 they just like
The best part is that they develop the surroundings. An important part is that you move the characters and you also move the world building. Like in like as a person who likes a lot of slice of life, the problem right with me in slice of life is that your fucking environment is so bland.
What world do you need to build, bro?
yeah exactly.
What
like-
world?
Bunny
I
Girl
know, I
Senpai
know.
had a shit world building.
Like it is so like generic, like those like Japan like
No.
like those
The only good slice of life with amazing world building that I can think of is Beastars, and that's
yeah,
about it.
yes, that is
Yeah,
really
but that comes
Because the
from the fact
premise
that it's a
itself
whole
is-
new premise. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. But like
Yeah.
they managed to use the premise for like world building also.
Mm.
so like as I was talking about Hunter x Hunter, like how they change each season in different settings while not destroying the rules that they have set up is really good. With the exception of like season 4, where like they introduced
Oh yeah,
the
they
cut,
introduced the new thing.
like everything else is good.
Okay.
And like so the other side right of the world building or environment building is part 4 JoJo. I always talk about this a lot, where I enjoy the world building,
The vibe.
and the vibe of part 4 because of the environment.
Yeah, it's like
Like
I've seen a lot
how
of people complain about it. It's like, oh, it's too slow. They introduce so many things, but it's like
That's
if
the point.
if stand users are like quite common, like considering Dio has so many like that much, it's like of course they're gonna be like usages for them. Like one's gonna be a mangaka, one's gonna be a
Yeah,
shield.
like in
Like-
reality, if any of us got a stand, we wouldn't go out and try to fight villains.
Yeah.
We'd just use it for our own daily lives.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it shows me that like if you have a stand, it doesn't necessarily means you have to fight evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
I think it just shows that the world building isn't centered upon fighting. It's like the world building is it's trying to make it real. It's like what happens if this existed in the
If
real
a
world?
random person got a stand,
I
what
like,
would they
like,
actually do?
Yeah.
okay, one of the best examples in part 4 was the scene
Chef.
where the chef scene.
Chef.
Like
Oh, I love the chef.
you be like, oh, they go fight the chef stand, like bro, he just asks you to like fucking like ask Josuke to just clean the fucking
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's so cool. Like, damn. So and so in an environment, there's two ways that you can go about it. You know, like how like literally the environment, like the buildings and everything.
I
Then
think-
the
okay,
second part will
no,
be
no,
the
This
rules.
one would be like, yeah, rules.
I think what is like saying that establishing all of like fleshing it out all of, like within the start. It's like I think that's
Obviously not. You don't flash everything at the start.
I say like not.
That's why.
But,
That's
like,
why
continue-
One Piece is good.
I say like this is one thing like I've been like questioning myself and like others who feel this way. It's like people had an issue with Ray suddenly having force healing.
Ray. Oh yeah.
Like yeah, but then like they didn't have an issue when for some like when all of a sudden like Palpatine could use lightning. You know what I mean? Like what classifies as like world
No,
break?
no, no,
like when
no,
you break the
no,
world.
no,
like,
honestly,
My
when they-
issue with force healing.
That's kind of makes sense if you think about it.
yeah,
Because
okay,
like what is it? Count Dooku before that uses lightning, and as
No, but
not
no, no.
be able to use lightning enemies.
no, I say like the thing is the movies came out in 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So like what like okay, I know the answer. Like I know my answer to the question to like why people are more okay with like Ray with Palpatine suddenly having like this OP ability which is force lightning, like in comparison to Ray who like has force healing which is also an OP power. It's like it ties back to that world building thing about how you can only introduce something new when it doesn't like when it
Suit the
isn't
situation.
detrimental. No, like when it isn't detrimental to what happened before. Because like you think about force healing, if more people had force healing and if like they trained for it, it's like Qui-Gon Jinn wouldn't have died.
Yeah, Ray isn't even that well trained.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's
Like-
yeah.
Like if you want to flesh out an ability,
No,
that
no. Okay, a second problem that I had with the force healing is that, when Palpatine gave the story of Darth Plagueis, the
Yeah,
fact that
it's like-
Anakin had to go to the dark side just to learn
Yeah.
how to heal and revive people, but then
Yeah, it's
Ray
like-
Ray and Kylo can do it apparently. So like,
Yeah.
what? Anakin had to go through all of that when these two kids can just do it. Like the
I-
fuck.
Palpatine's main goal was to turn Anakin to the dark
Yeah lah,
side.
but like
Yeah.
yeah, but like Darth Plagueis is also like in the dark side. Ray
No,
isn't,
it's-
so it doesn't make sense. And Kylo isn't either. Like towards the end,
Yeah,
not
it-
really.
like a light user. Right?
Yeah, and like if it's really like how I think what breaks it is just the fact that it breaks continuity. Like your
Mhm.
new ability just
Like the-
completely makes everything that
Right.
happened before
What,
obsolete.
what they could if they had like done it from the start, like from episode 7, like if they hint right that
No, they could have healed. What's the black guy?
Finn.
Finn. Yes, I thought
Yeah,
Finn was the pilot.
like if they like flesh it out from the start, right? Like maybe like let's say in like episode 8 where like she tried to like heal.
No,
like,
I don't mind. No, I don't mind.
It didn't, like
like-
maybe it didn't work.
I
Sure.
don't mind you having spontaneous new powers, but if it breaks and like ruins continuity, then that's where world building fails. It's like
Yes.
you're trying to expand on the
Yeah.
idea of like force can do any like quote unquote do anything, but then because of that it breaks what happened before. It's like,
Yeah, I agree. If something new is introduced, right, it must be clear that there's a current element that's inherent in that new thing.
yeah. That it can't be introduced.
That it
as,
can't
like,
break community
yeah,
as a
it
Ryan
can't break
said.
continuity, and it can't be convenient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it can't be a convenient new ability. Like the thing with solo leveling, it's like how Sang Jinwoo like literally gains a new ability perfectly suited to his situation to like survive. It's like it's kind of annoying, but like I can live with it. But it's
Because the system, it
yeah,
makes sense.
that's true lah. That's true.
Like unless right, okay, this is where like there's an exception. Unless it's satirical, like One Punch Man.
Satirical, yeah. It's
Like if
No, it depends on the intention of your world building.
If your character is meant to, not
Get
like
character.
like have every single ability in the world as a joke, right? Like One Punch Man, right? Sure, it makes sense because you can build the premise in
Make
other.
him do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can build the because you establish an understanding from the start,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and means
Yeah,
means
lah.
you-
That's what I mean. Like you set the rules at the start. Like that
Yeah.
Saitama
You
can
said,
do
like-
anything. Gon
Yeah.
can do this but not this with Nen, and Force isn't able to
Yeah.
do this. You only can do this if you
And
know.
like you're allowed to break that if need be, but you need to make sure when you design it, it doesn't break what happened
Yeah.
before that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
it doesn't
yeah,
break continuity.
yeah, basically. That also like really bothers
Yeah.
me when it happens in a story.
Rules
Like,
can't
it's-
That's why I like
mutually
the
exclusive.
world building of Hunter x Hunter, like for the power specifically, because
Other than season 4.
even when like something that you think is a complete ass pull happens, it's like you think about the rules of Nen and then you're like, okay, actually you can do that. It makes sense,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
But, like-
expos are fine as long as it makes sense.
Like Jotaro suddenly learning to stop time was kind of BS.
Yeah,
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, okay.
No, it doesn't break any rules. It's a different type of BS. Like it doesn't break any rules, but it's kind of like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Dio did say your stand is similar to mine. In
Yeah,
the-
but-
The
What,
fact
is that
that the
what
dialogue was
triggered it?
added.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, right, it's
No, I
not
think-
foreshadowing if that detail was added just to back
Yeah.
up the what's it called, the later thing.
Yeah.
but like I think like
Foreshadowing if there's
I
like
kinda
hints
It's like
of it,
it's like saying
and multiple at least.
the only reason you're able to go Super Saiyan is because you're built different, and then he goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
I
right?
don't know, that's also my complaint about Demon Slayer. But like on the Jotaro versus Dio thing, I think honestly that was like not that bad. Like in terms of expos, it's like
No, I think
I
they
don't
should
know.
have foreshadowed it way earlier.
yeah,
Yeah.
That would have
That's
fixed the
true.
issue for me.
Like, okay, like about like what Ryan said about Demon Slayer, like there's like for world building. I can't speak. For world building, like for me, one of the scenes was like when suddenly what's it called, Tanjiro, like suddenly like goes from water to fire. That scene was cool. Not gonna lie, that scene was fucking dope.
It's
Like,
sense like,
yeah, like
It
Like
does make
anime-
sense though.
as I said before, it doesn't make it feel good.
Wait, what?
like because I get it, like his father.
Just like the Jotaro thing, the Jotaro Dio thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
just
true.
added the details before just for the sake of
That's
that
true.
scene.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
It's only satisfying if it was done right.
Mhm.
yeah. So it happens a lot in Demon Slayer. Not gonna lie.
hinting towards the fact that that person can do it is fine, as long
Yeah.
as you can show that they can do it. Like for example,
There
Aaron.
must be a process, yeah. Like
Yeah.
what I'm
So
saying.
like it can't. It has to be deserved.
Yeah.
Like,
So like
Yeah.
like the out of nowhere, right? And Aaron just like punches the fucking smiling titan. You be like, wait, what? Like
No,
confused.
but that makes sense though.
Yeah, that makes sense because he has the founding titan.
Yeah.
But then like, what is it?
Is it like, but you didn't know he had the founding titan.
It's
No,
right.
but
It's
they-
when you
No,
But
but
it's like
it
severely
intertwines
hinted
in the
at.
story
Yeah.
later, and
Yeah.
in a way that it makes sense and doesn't like break any of the
Yeah.
previous.
I like how it continues by like showing that Aaron can activate those powers when he kisses Historia. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that gave me that good character
Yeah, it's like-
building, that showing that
It's like breaking the world there.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
that he
like-
can use his powers using Historia, because Historia has like, blood, like royal blood.
Blood.
Yeah.
It's like breaking the world in that sense is fine because it doesn't break anything before
Yeah,
that.
no,
It's
yeah,
like
and current-
there was no situation in which that power would have been useful or like where he could have activated
It's
it.
like the Deku versus the mind controlling guy.
Yeah.
That was
Like-
so fucking annoying. He should have lost.
I can hear voices, guys. I can hear voices.
It was like
that-
they
that
do
was-
explain it in the
that-
like
Huh?
they do explain it in the manga why it happened, but like
Oh, they did.
it just feels so unearned. It's the most unearned contrivance in my opinion. It's like you can break the world, you can give a power up, but it just makes it so much more. How do I say?
It just doesn't feel
Maybe-
deserved.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel deserved. But like,
Like,
maybe it
it's
does
in the
because-
perfect time. Are you serious? He should have lost. What the hell?
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, okay, like I guess
Deku is
it's 'cause-
schizophrenic confirmed.
Yeah. No, I guess it's like cause he just had his powers. It's like it hasn't really been a year, or like slightly more. I don't know how long he's had like One for All for, like.
Like what?
I guess that makes sense. The fact that
I
it
think
wasn't
6
polished.
months, right?
Yeah, maybe I think it was 6 months. I don't remember the story anymore. I was like,
It was kind of bland. It was bland.
yeah, it just felt.
Anime, right, where they have like good, like they try to make character they build characters, right? But it becomes really shit. Is there like an
Tokyo Ghoul.
Or
like-
like they tried so hard to build
like-
up the character, but then because of that,
No, it's like when the right the
Wait,
yeah, right.
what series are you talking about?
Like, I'm just asking, like in general.
Oh,
is there an
Tokyo
anime-
Ghoul.
Maybe you'll be a bit like not Tokyo Ghoul since I haven't read it, but some series are like, guys,
yeah, I
this
also
character
haven't read
is
it.
actually deep. This guy is deep, guys. Guys, he's deep.
it's trying
Guys,
to
he has-
scream.
he has personality,
okay,
boys.
This is my
He's
like
deep. He's
people
deep.
y'all are gonna flame me for this, but this is why I didn't really like Violet Evergarden. It's like it's screaming at you, be sad, be sad, be sad. It's like it just doesn't even feel earned. Like my
what you
tears were
mean.
not earned.
No, but
properly, you know what I
they
mean?
do it in a way that makes
I
you
get what you mean, but yeah, like Ken said, they do it in a way.
like
It's,
no, it's if you say like that, almost every sad anime it'll scream at you, be sad. Like the pancreas thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
that's
feel
true.
for the character. What that's the
As in,
point.
like, but there's like appropriate build up. You know what I mean?
Okay, I guess we're moving to emotions then. So
Yeah.
yeah,
but,
like no, like as Danish said earlier, like in one episode they can make most of the audience really like invested in the character, whatever character they're showing.
it's a new character.
Yeah, even though it's a new character, and that makes the payoff of the end like a lot better.
Like, okay, like maybe I get where Ryan is coming from, because it really depends.
Like
for-
Anohana is also like, be
why I
sad,
don't
be
really-
sad.
That's,
But
that's why I don't really like Anohana too. Not gonna lie.
I guess
Like
maybe
I like okay, it makes you feel things, but then it's like when you take a step back, like okay, no, not step back. It's like and then you think about it. I don't know. It's just like post reading is what matters to me the most. It's like if I step back from the series and I think about the series and it doesn't line up in my head, then it's like it breaks it. It breaks the experience.
nah, I think it's first impression that matters the most. Not
I think it's my final impression for me
Yeah.
personally.
no, as
like-
in like first viewing from start to end. Not like how or like even like the ending also matters but like yeah, like when you finish it, how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
while you're watching the ending.
likes
No.
introspection.
Danish just
Can have the funnest experience while reading it, but then like post like reading it, and then you really it's like you can be in the middle of a story and be like, yo, this is good, but then it's like because you're already immersed in it. But then when you actually take a step back and like look at it, like look at the amalgamation that you were reading, you're like, what is that? It's like that wasn't what I was experiencing. You know what I mean? It's like in the grand scheme of things just don't line up. It's like the dots didn't connect, and it's like it breaks the anime so hard, or like the
I think-
manga so hard if that happens.
Right, I think you're just thinking too much.
No,
about
it's
the
no.
anime
It's like no. The
you
thing
know?
is, I didn't even. It's not even like I. The thing is
A
that-
conscious thought.
Yeah, it's not a conscious thought. It's like it just happens. It's like I finished quote unquote, like I say Demon Slayer. I finished reading it. I was like, yo, this is it's fun. It's like I was like ready to read the next chapter again and again and again. I was psyched to see where the story was going. It was like it ended. I was like, okay, that was nice. It was like it was fun. I had fun reading it. I liked it.
yeah, that's what matters for me the most.
Then when I stepped
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and like post quote unquote post nut clarity, post manga clarity, I was like, wait, what did I just read? It's like it broke the manga so hard for me. It's like in the middle you had the best experience, but then when you ended and like when you thought about the manga and like the whole grand scheme of the story, it's like it just lost its oomph. You know what I mean?
I mean, like
if-
that was
Fascinating.
me for like quite, like for example, like Ava, like while I was watching it, I was like, this is pretty cool, I guess. Like it's not bad. And then when I take a step back, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
what the hell is
exactly.
that? No, but in the end, I'm still like, well, I guess like it managed to keep my attention, so I guess, like, okay, yeah, it had these problems, but like I don't really care because I still liked it. Yeah, I can see like I can point out like the last few episodes had zero budget, and like yeah, that's a problem. Or like the plot was so freaking confusing and convoluted, but yeah, that's a problem. But I still liked it. despite the problems. Like Sword Art Online also another one. Like, okay, I genuinely did not enjoy season 1, the whole season 1, only like the first half. But I still like the first half, even though like the pacing was whack.
As in, like, it's like you can appreciate it, but like for me, it just brings the quality, like the overall quality and like my overall
Yeah lah.
appreciation of it like way down if like it did not end that well. You know what I mean?
I still
Or,
think
like,
you can recognize flaws, but at the same time still be like, yes, I had fun watching this. I like it.
It's like it's like I do have fun watching Demon Slayer, but when I take a step back, it's like that fun really was just for that time when I was reading it. It's like thinking about it, it's like it's not memorable. It didn't really leave an impact, and like it just sort of like jumbled up my brain.
I guess
like, right after finishing.
like another like really like important like reason, like based on like what Ryan said, is like based on how that like the anime or whatever you watch can like relate to you. Like what like
No,
Ryan,
it's not about relatability. Like it's just if your anime leaves me with questions when I exit, it makes me not really like the anime as much anymore.
I mean,
You
leave
know what I mean?
in what sense? Because it can leave you with introspective.
Like introspective questions is fine. Like theory time is like, ooh, damn, like this is cool, and like it makes you like keep thinking about the anime. But like when it's in the case of you're questioning why did it happen, like how did it happen, and like what was really the point of that. It's like that's when it starts going downhill in like the questioning phase. It's like when you say, like, say you just finished reading something and then you realize, and then it's like, okay, I'll just bring up the Star Wars like scenario again. It's like,
Think Star as a scenario.
yeah, that you finish that and then you're like, why, like if Rey really had these powers, like if the Jedi could unlock these powers, why didn't they unlock it before? It's like if you start asking yourself those questions that like break the story.
You know, honestly, right, just now you said, you know how you said like, oh, while you're watching Star Wars you enjoy it. I don't think that's true. That's not true at all for me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I just don't like
It's
it.
like if you really turn off your brain, like you can enjoy it. It's like you can enjoy something in the moment, but then it's like you finish, it's like nah.
Yeah, I'll just say like, oh, it's a brain
Okay,
turn off.
I have the perfect analogy. It's like riding a roller coaster. You exit with a bad stomach. It's like it just ruined that like, whole
Like,
experience.
the ride was fun. Like
Yeah,
you,
it was fun while you were on the ride, but then like you
and
get off.
then you just like
You
ruin your
just
entire.
start vomiting. Yeah, it's like it ruins your day. It ruined the mood. Like it ruined your experience. So it's like
Honestly,
why
when
I
I
feel
get on
like-
a roller coaster and I vomit, I'll still be like, yeah. that
I don't know,
like, no,
like-
I'm not even trying to relate this to like be consistent, but like that's genuinely how I am.
I mean, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can see why. I guess I can see why, but like personally, lah, it's just if I get off the roller coaster and I vomit,
have a
I didn't really have fun.
when you said about Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, okay, like
I feel
I
like
don't know. It's just super hit or miss for me,
like
lah.
what questions did you have? Like what plot hole?
No, it's not plot
Not about
hole.
plot
The-
hole.
No, the reason why I had a problem with Violet Evergarden wasn't the plot holes. It's just the fact that it's just setting up so many scenarios for you to be set. It's like when you didn't really know Violet in the first place. It's like, I don't know, it just felt very unearned in my opinion. It's just like my tears were not earned. Like towards the later parts, like yeah, I started getting sad, but like at the start, it just felt so unearned. You know what I
At the
mean?
start wasn't wait what? The start wasn't meant to be said.
Yeah, it's in like, you know, when they started transitioning into like when she had to like do help with the mom and stuff. Like when it first transitioned, it's like it felt kinda unearned. You know what I mean?
Oh, I guess.
Like in the middle of it was like my tears were not were not earned. But it's like,
I feel like,
and I guess I started feeling things. I started feeling.
right, Ryan, that
Uh,
episode 10 wasn't sad. Like, if you say that the scene where she tried to replicate how the father's daughter would have done, like,
Oh yeah.
daughter, like, if you tell me that isn't inspirational and
You-
sad,
like you start thinking like the
It's
dad's
like-
POV.
It's like, yeah, like you feel things, but
No,
like,
because
it just doesn't feel earned.
Because no,
in some cases.
like the characters. Okay, like for example, the dad, right? He explains how much he loves his daughter, and then like because he goes on this tangent for so long, for like the episode, you can't help but like place yourself in his shoes, and
Yeah.
then see Violet as his daughter, and then you're like, ah shit, you know, like fuck.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know, maybe I was just watching it in the wrong mood.
Yeah. Mood also really depends on how you watch anime. Like,
Yeah.
Anime is the best.
No game, no life.
As in like, but like, if I consider it a quote unquote like failed attempt if I needed to be in the right mood to watch it, you know what I mean? It's like, an anime should be able to hook you straight away. Like if
I
it's a
mean,
good
if I
anime,
watch, honestly, if I watch a silent voice in like a theme park, I wouldn't really give a shit about the story. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
as in like, it has to be able to pull you in, like no matter what mood you're in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like as I
Pretty-
said, if you watch
It's kind of
silent
unrealistic
voice,
though.
Yeah, that's true lah.
if you watch silent voice in a supermarket where you're like getting pushed around by people, like you would not have a good time watching it.
Yeah, that's true.
like I think maybe like mood, right, also depends. Like, you know, okay, so that time, right, we were supposed we were supposed to
No.
watch AOT together. Maybe this is why I didn't really like the OP, but I woke up late and then everybody finished watching it, so I had to rush to watch it lah. So I was watching it while the rest, like you guys were like
You're
Like-
just vibing.
were vibing. So, and I just woke up, means I'm like very sleepy, means my mood isn't like there to be hype already. So I watched it, I was like, oh wait, like literally like during like when I was in like voice chat, like I say, oh, why is the OP so bad? And then they all like, bro, what you just say?
Yeah.
So like I guess that mood really depends on how you watch it. So
But
if
like, yeah, you're supposed to watch things like not just anime. You're supposed to read books. You're supposed to watch movies in like a completely neutral state of mind. It's not the fact that like, oh, it's supposed to pull you in whatever mood you're like. If I'm like pissed off about something and I watch something, I'm not gonna have a good time.
yeah,
You don't read for the sake of reading. You read because you want to enjoy the story.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, like the
media
supermarket
with
analogy.
mind.
If I tried to
Yeah.
read like Full Metal Alchemist in like while I'm on a roller coaster vomiting, you know, I wouldn't give a shit about the story. Like I'll just be like, what the fuck?
yeah. I don't know if we should put this in, but like, yeah. So that time, I like, right, you know, a few days ago, I was like very fucking depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah,
then
really good that Attack on Titan.
It's like,
no. Like, what is it? When I was like the last day of my semester.
Oh, okay. No, as in,
no, it's like trying to play a video game when you had a bad day. It's just gonna make it even worse. You're just gonna be like, what the fuck is this game, bro? I'm just gonna uninstall. You know, like I'm just gonna
like,
quit.
yeah, that's true.
Like, okay, back to what.
Even though when you're like in a good mood, you'd be like, ah shit, that was a pretty bad loss. But let's play another one.
Like, I was like feeling very sad, and then I wanted to read Ragnarok in the bus. I was feeling sad. I was like, nah, I shouldn't read this. I'm not in the right mood, so I shouldn't read this. So that's probably what you should do if you're not feeling the mood. Just stop like whatever, like even if you intend to watch or read, you shouldn't push yourself if you have a shit mood, because it won't be enjoyable. And like it will ruin the environment when you want to talk about it later, because of your bad experience in watching anime.
That's true.
In watching that
Yeah.
because of your bad mood and that day, and then you go watch it, and then like you don't
You're
get
just not gonna have a good time watching it.
and then when people ask you, oh, how did you, and everybody like in your like circle saying that it's good, right, and you say it's bad, they will like question a lot. Like people will question, oh, like what was that? Like they
Yeah,
ask you.
honestly, that's why you don't treat your subjectivity as subjectivity. Legit, is a
Yeah.
thing.
No, but
But,
like as I was trying to say, wait, what was I trying to say? Fuck, I lost my thought of train.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Train.
Do you remember what you
What I said
wanted to
before.
say?
No.
Well, I guess.
Talking about this, the last thing I remember you said was the supermarket.
No,
lost
yeah,
my-
but like, it's like trying to say, oh, playing Apex Legends is supposed to make me happy no matter what.
No, as in like it should. Maybe I'm asking too much, but like it should be able to pull you in. You know what I mean? Like from whatever mood. Like, say you enter like watching, say, Attack on Titan, like not feeling that great about the day.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's like it should be able to hype that day up.
Not
you know what I
really
mean?
lah.
Yeah, it's like how
Yeah,
people
different-
say
there's
they
different genres,
it's like how
isn't it?
people say they love the art style of No Game No Life, and then me and Danish fucking hate it because we were sick when we watched it, and
I mean,
our eyes
I
were
hate it
bleeding.
and I wasn't sick.
Yeah, but
I hate it and I
you're a
wasn't sick.
minority. Most people like
Okay,
it.
that's true.
That's why I made the joke about the fan base coming after us.
I mean, I saw the art, right? I thought the vibrancy was like good, look nice.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but then like I be the thing is right, Ken. The thing is, I watched it after I was sick in a neutral state,
Oh.
and I still didn't. like it.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, it really does come to personal taste.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I watched the whole
Like
thing
my
while I was
personal
sick.
taste has to be like, it has to pull you in, like it has to be able to immerse you in like the what you're watching. You know what I mean?
And the reason why we all agree on certain type of animation, yeah, is because you know the saying, the people you surround yourself with are a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
some people are gonna enjoy Tokyo Ghoul and some people aren't, and we don't.
Yeah. That's true.
No,
Okay,
I want
I-
to read it. I genuinely.
I read it, and honestly, it's literally Kimetsu no Yaiba. Pretty sure it's good. It just feels so messy.
I like season 1, but then like in season 2 they just threw it away, and it's like, bruh.
They could have done it better, honestly.
Yeah.
Like everything was there. They just could have done it better. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot.
There is one good OP.
Even the animation in season 2 looks like a slideshow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a few clips. I didn't really watch Tokyo Ghoul past season 1, cause like I didn't really like it at first. I
Season
don't
1
remember
was
why
an
I
older
didn't like it.
anime than season 2.
Season 1 was what?
I thought season 2 was an older anime than season 2. Was older than season 1.
Yeah, it looked
Whoa.
older, right?
Yeah,
'cause of the
not gonna
animation.
lie. I mean, no offense to the animators, but
Yeah, it did look good.
Yeah. Alright. Well, that comes to the end of the first episode.
What the
Kinda
hell did
ended
we even
awkwardly.
talk about?
We just went on a huge tangent about Star Wars at one point. Started roasting Danish about
Watch
his...
Clone Wars,
Yeah, watch the Clone Wars if you haven't.
and watch Rebels, and watch The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I
And
actually want to watch Mandalorian. Should I buy this?
then... Okay, let's just
Okay,
end
let's end the episode first. Then we
Let's
talk.
end the episode.
Okay. How do we end?
Okay, yeah.
And-
So I guess we've come to the end of the episode, and I mean, I know at the end of the day, no one really asked, but you watched this video anyway, so it means that you did.
you said you wasted your time. Okay,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Good job.
can
We
cut
wasted our
that
time,
out.
and you wasted your time.
But very
Have
cool.
fun. Very
Except-
cool.
When you're watching this, it's probably not your holidays anymore. So, yep, feels bad, man.
Not only that.
Now go back to do your algebra homework.
Bye bye.
Ah.
Bye.